Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. Today I have the Knights Templar Tarot on the tarot table. It's the tarot that I use to represent duty and service and faith, and has got nothing to do with what happened in the Middle East 1,000 or so years ago. Just to remind you about that, I'm looking at a rather ghastly story that has surfaced in the British press today, and this is that Harry left a secret tribute to Prince Philip at the Burma Star Memorial after the service of remembrance there, the National Service of Remembrance, marking the 80th anniversary of VJ Day. Now, the tribute to Prince Philip was a letter, nauseating guff that sounds like it was written by Meghan Markle and ChatGPT, so I'm not going to quote any of it. But the tribute was this secret letter and a wreath of red poppies. And the letter extolled Prince Philip for his service, and of course was all about making sure that Prince Harry's name was associated with Prince Philip's heroic war record. And we're told, because it's so secret that it was leaked to GB News and now is all over the British media today, we're told that Prince Harry was careful not to overshadow the King and Queen and their attendance at the service. So the letter was left secretly afterwards, and this is Harry's way of reconciling with the royals and showing that, you know, he's there too, he's doing his bit to commemorate all these events, but he's making sure he's not overshadowing the working royals, and of course he is. So I'm going to do a reading with the Knights Templar Tarot. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. And I'm going to do something that I very seldom do on this channel, but I do occasionally do it. I'm going to read from Prince Philip's perspective, because as far as I'm concerned, he's still around, his energy is still around. He does show up in my readings from time to time as the King of Swords, air sign, Gemini, of course. I want to know what he thinks of all of this, because of course Harry famously gave the Oprah interview as Prince Philip lay dying. Harry also sold, I think it was a pair of pistols, I can't remember, but some very precious guns that Prince Philip gifted to him, and Harry immediately sold. And what else did Harry do? Oh yes, he muscled in on Prince William. He ignored the protocol that had been agreed at Prince Philip's funeral, and Peter Phillips was meant to walk between Harry and William so that they didn't do some dog bowling at the funeral, and Harry just ignored that, and he just marched next to Prince William because he obviously wanted to get Prince William's attention. So yeah, this little bit of news has made me rather cross, as you might have gathered. So as I say, I'm going to read from Prince Philip's point of view. And Prince Philip, it's now been revealed, famously said, "Thank if that's over," when the spectacle was over, that he had attended the wedding spectacle, and he was not in good health at all. I think he just had very serious surgery. He was ailing, and he made sure that he could be there. He did his bit. Harry and Meghan very far from doing their bit. Let's remind you, as I am getting crosser and crosser by the second, that this is just tarot and it's for fun and entertainment, and it is all my opinion and all speculation. And of course, I just read energy, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what Prince Philip thinks of the has-been, what the has-been is up to, the situation he is in, and all of that. Five of Wands. There's the fighting card, and Five of Wands isn't heroic fighting, it isn't being a soldier, it isn't serving your country, it isn't doing that kind of fighting. It's doing the kind of fighting that you shouldn't be doing. It's doing the kind of fighting that involves bad-mouthing your relatives, trying to drag people down, one-upmanship, trying to score points against people you shouldn't be trying to score points against. That's the Five of Wands. So there you have it. That is what Principal Philip thinks of the has-been. That's our underlying energy for this reading. We'll flick the allegedly switch here, of course, as we always do in these readings, and see what's going on. Prince Philip's view of the has-been, where the has-been is right now in his situation. Four of Pentacles, that's hanging on grimly to your status, your titles, your place in the line of succession, your coin. It's a control element in the Four of Pentacles, but it's hanging on grimly, really, to what you have. And it's in a very negative and a very toxic way very often, that Four of Pentacles. It's the miser card of the tarot, as I very often say. You're very focused on material stuff and status, and you're not so interested in emotions and feelings and loyalty and all of those things. It's what's in it for me kind of an energy. And in the traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot, there's a big fat pentacle that blocks the person's heart chakra, which is why I say emotions aren't really relevant. Prince Philip's looking down and he's saying, well, he just wants to hang in there. He wants to grab some of that glory back. He wants royal adjacency. He wants to take advantage of the fact that I was his grandfather and all of that. I think we know what's going on, so I don't need to bang on about it. The challenge that Harry is currently facing in his life, the crossing card. What's his problem? Ace of Cups. Wow. The Ace of Cups is about true love, but in this context, it's more than that. It's loyalty and devotion. And that is his challenge. And it's too late for that. He's trying to make a fresh start, Harry. Aces are fresh starts. He's trying to make a fresh start. He's trying to prove to the British people by leaking this, having ChatGPT write the letter and someone else get the wreath of poppies. It's not poppy season, but never mind. Trying to... I mean, in the sense of, November. I don't mean poppy season, but November. Trying to restart his royal career and trying to become Mr. Popular again. Cups are about popularity because there are the emotion. We've got the Four of Pentacles crossed by a big emotion card, a big loyalty card, a big showing up and doing good card. And of course, Harry and Meghan claimed that that's what they were going to do. Didn't. Has now realized that this is all he has in his life. He's lost Centre Bali. I think he's going to lose in the Invictus Games shortly. And so, show up with my medals, my tatty medals and my shabby outfit, my uniform that I'm not allowed to wear anymore, and slink around in the dark. Pop up. I call it popping up. That the has-been is now doing. So whenever there's a royal event, they're going to have to search the grounds to see who secretly put a letter in a wreath somewhere that they shouldn't have, because the has-been is going to ride the coattails of the working royals and make it all about himself. That's my opinion, and I'm reading the energy of Prince Philip, and that's what's coming through for me personally as an energy reader. What does the late great Duke think is the root of Harry's current behavior, predicament, whatever? It is a behavior and a predicament. Five of Wands. What's at the root of it all? Money. Ace of Pentacles. The big need for big money. And that's why they went off to California, because there wasn't enough money for them in the UK. They weren't getting the prize palaces and castles and the plum rolls and patronages. Although they were given some wonderful patronages by the late Queen, they weren't given half the Duchy of Cornwall. They weren't allowed to merch, even though we do suspect that Meghan was merching her black little heart out all the time that she was working royal, in air quotes. That's my opinion, and many other people's opinions as well. There have been some discussions on various platforms just recently showing images of her sort of posing and angling things at the camera. So yeah, money, all about money, and big big money with that Ace of Pentacles. So what is Harry's goal now with this, the secret letter that's been leaked to GB News and everything else? 7 of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. He is ruining the 7 years that he has spent following the lead of Meghan Markle. The 7 years of bad luck, you could say, 7 lean years with that 7 of Pentacles in reverse. He has got nothing to show for the 7 years that he followed her orders, did what her team said, thinking he was going to be a billionaire and he was going to have his own royal court in California that would outshine William and Catherine. And now he has got nothing to show for it. It's the harvest card, the what have you reaped, what the return on investment card, and it's in reverse. Nothing. He's ruined, he's empty in a soul level as well as a material level. The bank account is 0. So past, let's look at the past, and of course we're looking at the past from through Prince Philip's eyes, and we have the world in reverse, a big fat failure. That's the world. It's successful completion of a cycle when it's upright, achieving your goals, learning your life lessons, and moving on to a new chapter. It's in reverse, hasn't learned anything, hasn't accomplished anything. The has-been, of course, went off to seek his fortune, thought he was going to dominate globally, be more popular, more successful than the actual royals, and particularly Prince William. And look what happened. A big giant failure. Netflix deal, Spotify, all the rest of it. You can list them yourselves. And so what is coming towards the has-been as far as Prince Philip is concerned? Or where is the has-been heading? 9 of Pentacles is independence. It's usually the happy single woman, the 9 of Pentacles. Liberation. And I don't think that this 9 of Pentacles means that Harry is going to win the lottery wherever in California. I don't know if they even have one. I'm sure they do. And it doesn't read like that. It reads for me as a rather charitable way of saying that he's going to carry on being an independent royal and not part of the team, that 9 of Pentacles. But it also tells me, it's interesting because it's a male figure, usually it's a female figure in the 9 of Pentacles, tells me that Harry is possibly going to be cut loose shortly by Madame, or perhaps he will liberate himself. I mean, this stunt with the VJ Day remembrance service, very, very well, it seems to me to be absolutely desperate to get back in as a working royal. She doesn't want to be attending services like that. Not when she can merch her little black heart out in California and drink all her rosé and do her Netflix Christmas special. If she can find someone to actually appear on the Netflix special, another story for another day. This tells me that Prince Philip thinks that Harry is going to be free sooner rather than later. Free to do some light royaling of his own again, in the kind of royaling that Harry understands and thinks he does very well. So what does Prince Philip actually think of Harry right now as a person? And I'm putting words in a dead person's mouth, but anyway, 9 of Wands in reverse. He's done. He's toast. He's wounded beyond repair. That is the card upright. You can have a good look at it. And in reverse, it's collapse energy. It's, you can't withstand the blows. You've got nothing left. You've got no resistance. You've got no resilience. You've got no ability to withstand the blows that are coming your way. It's all fall down. He sees him as just destroyed, absolutely weak, broken, fallen, really very vulnerable as well. The 9 of Wands has that energy of being protected and a barrier around you. When it's upright in reverse, there's nothing between you and the accusations, the attacks. There's no protection around you anymore. Very alone and very weak to the point of collapse. And often that 9 of Wands has mental illness or disorder energy for tarot readers just generally, because in the traditional Rider-Waite there, somebody has got a bandage around their head, his head. And so there is a hint in that energy as well of mental illness. So, pressure that Harry is under. Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Thank you. If that's over, it may well be over, that relationship. And the humiliation that goes with that. It's interesting, humiliation has come through. There is humiliation in this Nine of Wands in reverse. Harry is humiliated. If he is cut loose, or he manages to extricate himself from this mess that he has got himself into, he's going to look like an absolute idiot. All that this marriage has cost him. And there it is, the breakup card, famous breakup card, the Two of Cups in reverse. Splitsville. I think we all know that the relationship is over and has been for a significant length of time, but they do pretend every now and then when it suits them and where they need to. That's my personal opinion. Hopes and fears for the has-been. What is going on up? Ooh, the devil. The devil. Fear that he's not going to be able to extricate himself from this marriage. Despite that independence energy, single, it's a single card, the Nine of Pentacles. Despite this breakup energy that's there, that's the pressure that Harry is under right now, the Two of Cups in reverse, the concern that he's not going to be able to separate himself from this devilish relationship, this obsessive relationship, not just a relationship, although that is very much there. It is also possibly addictions, things like that that Harry has fallen prey to. Nine of Wands in reverse as well. And that he may not be able to recover from. He's 40 now. If you're set on that path, and you have been since your early teens, allegedly, very hard to get sober. It's very hard to rehabilitate yourself. It's very hard to see clearly. It's very hard to let go of those addictions, those obsessions, those strange things. Also materialism in the devil. And at the root of this reading, of course, the thing that kicked it all off, money. The Ace of Pentacles. Harry is very materialistic. He's always apparently incredibly mean, tight with his own money, happy to spend everyone else's, including possibly his charities. I'm saying that allegedly, and that is my own opinion. It's all coming through in that devil card. Where is Harry heading in this, from this perspective? Three of Cups. Three of Cups, well, that's the party, that's reconnecting with friends. So he may get back in with friends, old friends. He may reconnect with old friends in the UK. That's not coming back as a working royal. It looks like energy of doing a lot of partying, which doesn't bode well for this devil energy. But once this recovery from this Two of Cups in reverse, he's going to get out there, he's going to party, he's going to reconnect with friends. I think we're going to see a lot of him. He's going to become quite high profile again once he's got rid of the claw. Here, Nine of Pentacles, and hang out as the party prince. But it doesn't look like someone who's committed to working, to getting sober. Three of Cups is very much the idea of large, intense, heavy consumption of substances with that Three of Cups. But it's at least, I suppose you could say, a positive energy, but sitting on top of the devil doesn't really read that convincingly to me as positive energy, I just have to say. He's in big trouble. He's in big trouble, motivated by money, by obsession, by addiction. It's huge failures, World in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Trying to rehabilitate his reputation, prove to the British public, see, look, I'm loyal, I can be popular again. Big trouble in his personal life, possible mental problems, very vulnerable, very damaged, really big problems with substances, with addiction, with obsession, things like that. But the little Three of Cups, maybe onto a happier path. I wouldn't say long term, I would say that that's quite near term, interestingly. There it is. That's the reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.